Well, with lots of statements, articles, videos done that Erik Ten Hag is going to be relieving the club of Manchester United, I tell you what, Ten Hag hadn't gonna hit obviously speak a word onto these scenarios, but he has finally come out and spoken about what he thinks is all about. Many people have been speculating and really seeing what's swirling all over the world that the game he's going to be playing tomorrow against Man City is going to be his last game as a Manchester United manager, as they are set to part ways. And one of the journalists that I respect so much, known as Dimasio from Italy, yesterday said that this guy is going to manage his last game for the club of Manchester United. And guess what? Erik Ten Hag yesterday had to speak about this and very many other things. But in this segment, I've gone ahead to really cut out what Ten Hag said about the game of Manchester United. Sorry, his future at Manchester United, because it was really one of those questions that we expected to come in through and be asked to him and later be attended to. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where you're watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. This is the channel that brings you strictly Manchester United. We have created our own Twitter account that has a name, United Matters channel, like you see it on the screen. And then later, if you want to use the handle, it's at MUFC Matters channel. You understand that very well, and that's where we are bringing you the latest news and information as far as Manchester United is really concerned. And I won't lie to you that every story that really comes up is gonna be really put up. That's it. I won't promise that we're gonna come and put up every story here, but I can confirm to you that all we are going to do is simple. We are going to come out and really put in the best of the best. And what's the best of the best? It's always one thing. That is bringing you all the news on the X account and really getting out the hitting stories or the hot topics onto this YouTube channel. Let's see close to 300 likes much on this video. And don't forget to obviously keep it going by subscribing to this channel, because we want to hit 18,000 subscribers. Now, Erik Ten Hag was asked on as whether suggestion Saturday could be his last game. Ten Hag on suggestions that Saturday could be his last game at Man United. He said, "I'm just focusing on the job I have to do, and that's first win the game on Saturday and then keep going with the project." Now, the optimism of Erik Ten Hag is really on another level. It's really on another level. And it shows you exactly that he's still strong in this kind of job, because he says, I have to first win my game against Man City on Saturday, and then focus on something else. It shows you that he came prepared for these questions, because he is that kind of manager who doesn't have a lot to talk in the press conference, and the media hates him for that, because he won't give them what they want. Like most journalists want to be rappelling with the manager, but they've always tried to really catapult him, in situations of really going into heated up conversations with them. But Ten Hag is a short and precise manager. He's not gonna come out and really speak out a lot, but all he does is simple. He puts in what we call the easy statement, and that easy statement has always gonna hit to be felt at the club of Manchester United. That is Erik Ten Hag for you. So we wait and see how that pans out, but he says, I'm first gonna really get done with this and then we'll see the future. Now, that leaves us in a suspense, because you don't know what exactly Ten Hag is meaning, But I think by the end of today, we'll see some sources hinting on how Erik Ten Hag is really safe on the job or not safe on the job. Because I know people, correspondents of Man United to certain outlets, and those created by journalists, are trying to obviously poke their nose in every source to see whether United are really doing the needful to obviously get in a new manager. Then Erik Ten Hag was asked this question about how Ineos, on how his job will be judged by Ineos. He said, we spoke about it, very good things, players coming up, values coming up, and we have a big opportunity to win the next trophy. I came here to win trophies. We will see where we are in the project. Things we have to change. Now, in this scenario, Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to speak out with authority. You know, that he spoke with Ineos, and some of the things they spoke about were players coming up. And for that, Erik ten Hag gets 10 out of 10. He has brought in Amad Diallo, Garnacho, Kobbie Mainoo, Fosun Omari, Kambwala, Dango, you understand, the Honeyballs. So he has brought in huge talent. Whitley is another one. Amaz is another one. And with that, you have to really lean a little bit onto Erik ten Hag staying at the club of Manchester United, because in the words that the new minority shareholder at Man United, known as Sir Jim Ratcliffe, has always gone ahead to reiterate in his statements, have rotated at that pivot, right? They've rotated so much at that pivot, and the guy is really having a very good go at the side of Manchester United. Then he also hinted onto values coming up, and we have a big opportunity. So the youngsters are really important to the side of Manchester United, and they believe it's the only way Manchester United could save money from really getting themselves into spending hugely. For example, if all those youngsters, I've told you, can make it to the team of Manchester United in the next 3 years and keep there, do you know how much money Manchester United would have gone here to save? For example, if you can have Kambwala play into that central defense, Amaz into the left back position, then Dango and Kobbie Mainoo into the midfield, those are 4, then Garnacho, those are 5. You talk about Amad Diallo, those are 6. You talk about Rasmus Højlund, because he played for Manchester United before he hit 21 years of age, meaning that he's being regarded as a homegrown player. Those are 7. Then you have to add the 8th, Whitley. How many are those? Those are 8 players. And I tell you, if we can keep Erik ten Hag here and keep this project intact, all those players and Fosun Omari 9 can look and line up in a team of Manchester United in 2 or 3 years from now. And in 3 years from now, you might see United lining up as follows: Onana in goal, Amaz left back, Dalot right back, Kambwala right-sided centre-back, then Lisandro Martinez left-sided centre-back, Danny Go, CDM, Kobbie Mainoo, box-to-box role, Bruno Fernandes ahead of them, Amad Diallo on the left, Garnacho on the right, and what's the name of the guy? And Rasmus Højlund leading the line, or Whitley. We can line up like that, but we need to be having a proper manager who knows how to deal with youngsters. And Erik ten Hag has a very good reputation, because at Ajax we saw how many players he built for like 2-3 seasons. You remember the first phase, he had De Ligt, Donny van de Beek, Frankie de Jong, Ziyech, who else? There was another player that was at Ajax by that time. You get? He had like 6 players, 7, that are really youngsters, and we are coming in from the academy. Then his phase, this other last phase he really put up, was really the greatest. Andre Onana, Mazurui, Tagliafico, Julian Timber, Lisandro Martinez, Ederson Alvarez, Gravenberch, Clarkson, talk of Anthony, talk of which other player was he there? So he had a very good player. He had a very good scope of players that went ahead, obviously, look up for, and he put them into the mix. So that's what I want to see Erik ten Hag do. That is it. That's what I want to see Erik ten Hag do at Manchester United, giving us the best that we deserve as a side of Manchester United. And I know it's really gonna happen, and it's hugely gonna be given a very good go into the mix. So that is Erik ten Hag and Ineos, and he says they have something to do. But with Ineos' plan of really developing young players, I don't think out of the managers they've gone ahead to obviously talk about to come in throughout Manchester United and rebuild this club on our backbone of really raising youngsters from the academy into the first team has more results when it comes to obviously getting these youngsters where they deserve to be, like Erik ten Hag. No one has that reputation. You know, you cannot talk about De Zerbi, you cannot talk about Pochettino, Tuchel into that ilk. Ten Hag is brilliant and has showed you that 2 years at Man United. Look at the number of players he has gone ahead to get to the first 11. Kambuala, Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, Hamad Diallo, and Garnacho. You know, even Fosun Omari is one of those. So he has close to 6, 7, 8 players in the first team, and they're really doing good. So that's how to obviously give him the best that he deserves as a manager. Then Erik ten Hag asked if FA Cup win would salvage season. He said no, but it's a FA Cup final. It's a big event, and we are there. Even in the season is not in our way. We are there. We have an opportunity, and it's never easy. It's never easy. It's never been easy, but we have to go for it, and we will go for it. Now, I think winning something as Manchester United will be exciting, but for me, the hugest excitement will be the decisions that Ineos are going to make. Because for me, they'll obviously paint a picture on whether Ineos is really going to be the best at the job or not. Because their decisions at the top so far have been really exquisite. They've been top-notch, and they've gone ahead to paint a crystal clear image, you know, that it's what they want to do. And when you read in between the lines, you just see that they are doing exactly the things that we've been calling for and advocating for at Manchester United for the last decade, that we are missing out on such and such, A, B, C, D, and they've gone ahead to rectify that. Now, we wait to see the decision of the manager and so on and so forth. But Erik ten Hag going to the FA Cup game, I think he has a little bit of a chance for me because of his squad. And after this video, 2 hours from now, I'm going to be bringing you what we call the match preview. Manchester United versus Man City. I'm going to be throwing it up in here, and you guys are going to be up and running to let us know what you think is right and what you think is not right about this beautiful game of football. So, thank you very much for watching through. Rock and David is my name. Tell me your thoughts about Ten Hag vocalizing his Manchester United departure rumors that are really swirling all over the world and bubbling all over Old Trafford. And what do you make about his description on how Ineos have gone ahead to see his job? You understand? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rock and David remains my name. It's a Friday. Juma Karim to the Muslims. To the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And may the living true God and Allah bless you and pour you with more and more blessings into the mix. Rock and David is out. First video of the day. We are charged for a better day. 8 days to go to end this month. And remember, after the FA Cup final, we are going to get deep into the transfer windows because players want to know how long is the manager going to be here and which manager is going to be really in charge of the team of Manchester United very, very soon. Ciao, ciao.